Hey, it's Route 66, day 113. We're starting a new book in the Bible, Second Kings. For obvious reasons, Second Kings comes after First Kings. But anyway, we're looking at some of the kings of both Judah in the south and Israel in the north. And we have some prophets. God has some prophets here. Elijah. So we're going to read 4 chapters today. 2 Kings chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. So get your Bible out. We're going to hit it pretty quick here. Just some brief stuff. Chapter 1 of 2 Kings. King Hezekiah, or not King Hezekiah, King Ahaziah. A lot of them rhyme, don't they? He falls through a roof and becomes seriously ill. He wants to know if he's going to survive. Instead of seeking God, he seeks a false idol. Elijah intercepts the person that he sends and sends back a message of judgment. And Ahaziah realizes, I better find Elijah. So he sends some people to go arrest Elijah. Fire comes down from heaven and consumes 2 of the groups, and the third group finally approaches him, and Elijah spares them, and he makes sure that Ahaziah knows, you don't mess with God. You don't mess with God. In the second chapter, Elijah, through the beginning of it is a series of things, Elijah and Elisha. Elijah is taken up to heaven in a whirlwind, probably some kind of a tornado or something that took him up in the air. And Elisha receives a double portion of his spirit. Elisha parts the Jordan River, heals the Jericho waters, curses some mocking youths who decide that they want to dishonor God's prophet. And so that's chapter 2. Chapter 3, the kings of Israel, Judah, and Edom all join forces against Moab, but they ran out of water. They ask Elisha what they should do, and he prophesies that God will send water and deliver Moab into their hands. And he miraculously provides water and, along with the water, the victory over the Moabites. And in chapter 4, Elisha helps a widow by multiplying her oil. It reminds me of Elijah, but he multiplies her oil so she can pay off the debts. And he raises her son from the dead, purifies some poisoned stew, and multiplies bread to feed 100 people. Miracle after miracle after miracle. So here's some lessons that we can learn here from this. I think one of those from the King Ahaziah is we should seek God first, not last. Ask God first, not last. He went to the false idol. Sometimes we go to other people. Talk to God about what you need first. Another lesson we can learn from chapter 2 is God calls the mission. He doesn't need people. Sometimes we think Elijah's gone, who's going to take over? Elijah's gone, who's going to take over? God's always got somebody. It's the mission. Pastors come and go, leaders come and go. God's program is going to continue on regardless of the person that's the leader. And so God carries his mission forward. And then another lesson actually from chapter 3 is a good one. When you're empty, God provides. They needed water. They needed victory. God provided it. When you're in a dry place, physically, emotionally, spiritually, God is able to provide for you. So that's a really good lesson there. And then I think another one from chapter 4, God cares both for your daily needs and your deepest heartaches. The connection that Elisha had with this widow and paid off her debts and all these other things, and then some of the other things. God cares about all kinds of problems. He is compassionate and he is powerful. And whatever we're going through, God will take care of us. So these 4 chapters are really, really good as you transition from the ministry of Elijah the prophet, and we start going through the ministry of Elisha the prophet to the kings of Israel.